That right there behind me is my pride and joy. Let's talk about it. What is up, everybody? How you doing today? My name is David Franco. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Welcome. I appreciate your stopping by. And if you want to learn more about me, check out my personal website, davidfran.co. That is always found right below. Anyway, guys, welcome to my updated desk tour for June 2021, summer 2021. I don't know what I'm calling it yet. I guess you'll find out with the title below. But let's just jump right into it because it's been a little while since I've updated you on my desk, my iMac, and everything else I use on a daily basis. All right, so while I would typically give you a tour of my office in general, and I've done that in the past, today's main focus is this, my autonomous L-shaped smart desk, which is now called the Autonomous Smart Desk Corner. And guys, real quick, I gotta say, this is the best desk I've ever owned. Not only is it massive, it gives me a ton of workspace, but it's actually packed with quite a few features. It's not cheap, I'll get that out of the way. It's definitely not cheap on price, but man, let me tell you, it's worth it. It's got 3 motors because it is indeed a standing desk. Now, while I don't use it in a standing fashion that often, it really is nice to have videos where I stand in front of my iMac's webcam and just talk to you guys. But of course, that's not it. I do have a few more things packed into this desk, including some things that I added on my own. This right here is the autonomous power hub, where you get 3 standard power outlets and 2 USB ports, which is really cool. And the desk does include grommets, which I popped out on my own, and I found these on Amazon. So I have additional power outlets right here and over there, as well as USB outlets, which is actually quite useful if I want to charge my iPhone just on a moment's notice. And speaking of USB, this is my Saatchi iMac riser with built-in SD card reader, micro SD card reader, 3 USB ports, USB-A I should say, and 1 USB-C, as well as audio out. And guys, let me tell you, if you have an iMac, this is absolutely one thing, in my opinion, you should be buying. I mean, it's not only the USB ports that are convenient, but especially the SD card reader. I use this thing all the time. It's so much easier rather than having to turn the iMac on, around all the time, and then, you know, just going that route. But not only that, it's also a riser, because by default, in my opinion, the iMac is a little too low. So this raises it quite a bit, which is very, very nice. Okay, so let's go over to this portion of the desk. This is kind of like my lunch corner, if you want to call it that. I don't use it that often for work, and if I do, it's typically for videos. For instance, I have an unboxing coming up for this, the Holy Stone HS720E drone. Yes, I just bought this for myself a couple days ago. And yes, I will be using it at Driftwood this coming weekend. I don't know when you're going to see this video. You might see it after Driftwood. But yes, definitely stay tuned for the weekend vlog, guys, because this is going to be so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of like my unboxing / lunch corner. If I want to make a video, the camera's typically over here or over here. And guys, that is why I love my L-shaped desk so much, because it's just so huge. It allows me to do multiple things at once. So as you can probably tell, I love this desk, and it is my favorite desk of all time. So boom, there you go, autonomous. But of course, I'm not done talking about that yet, because well, there is one thing I want to mention, because you're probably wondering, what's that green light back there? Well, my sexy twin David, take it away. Today's video is sponsored by GoSund, makers of this smart bedside lamp. You guys gotta check them out. GoSund is a leading smart home company who has actually reached top Amazon sales for several years now. Their products are available in over 31 countries, ranging from smart plugs and smart switches to smart LED strips and smart power strips. Their smart socket actually received the Red Dot Design Award. Okay, so GoSund was nice enough to send me this. This is the smart bedside lamp. It's a table lamp that you can use via smart app to do the following: mood lighting with support up to 16 million colors, voice control with Alexa and Google Home support, which is huge with me because you guys know I love my Nest Hub Max and my Echo devices. However, if you don't want to use the smart app, you can actually use the onboard touch controls to not only adjust the brightness, but change the color as well. And of course, speaking of touch controls, you simply tap on the light to turn it on and off. How cool is that? You gotta love it. And yes, you can automate the light to turn on and off every single day, or any day you prefer. For instance, Monday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, or for me personally, I like to do it every day of the week. So yes, I have this light turned on every night around like 8 p.m. and off every morning around 4 or 5 a.m. And finally, perhaps my favorite feature, it's powered via a simple USB cable. Yes, of course you do get this power brick in the box, but I mean, come on, it's not 1996 anymore. Just plug in the USB cable, get your power, and boom, you're good to go. GoSund, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I appreciate it. All right, David, back to you. All right, so coming back to the desk under here, my autonomous L-shaped smart desk actually does include a cable tray. And guys, I gotta say, this is one of the best cable trays I have ever used in my life. It's so nice. Also, I cannot forget to mention, the cable management is great. Check this out, I have little clips over here running the motor cables to the control box and all that stuff for the desk. And of course, I have LEDs running alongside the under side of the desk all the way around. And yes, it is automated to turn on and off every single day. What can I say? I love LEDs. Hence why that's in here. I think it's either gonna go in my gaming room or maybe I'll actually keep it in here because I could use a nice accent light over here in the corner. And speaking of corners, let's go all the way around here to the back corner of my desk. These are my Pokemon cards that I still need to put away from sets like Sun and Moon to the McDonald's set and my jumbo cards. So that's a project that I'll actually maybe even do today. I have another LED back here, and these are my LG monitors. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy the back design of this monitor. I just think it's beautiful because honestly, you don't see white displays all that often. Is it just me? I mean, most people probably don't care about the rear design of products, but I do. And I think this is one of the best looking displays from the rear that I've ever seen. And of course, I loved it so much that I had to buy a second one, and that is over there. That's typically used for my eBay dropshipping business, side gigs, like side hustles, I should say, like Fiverr and all that stuff. So yes, this monitor is always in vertical orientation and I love it. It just fits perfectly, look at that. And of course, in the middle is my primary computer. I love this iMac. It's a 2020 iMac. And of course, if you want some stats, I'll throw them right here on the screen. I didn't go like top of the line, but I didn't go bottom of the line either. I mean, I wanted a mid-range GPU. I wanted plenty of storage. Even with that said, I could use a little more storage, but that's why you have external hard drives, right? You transfer the data, you put the hard drives in your closet, and well, of course, you just go on about your day. But man, guys, I gotta say, this computer has been an absolute godsend for Photoshop, Final Cut Pro 10. It just handles everything I throw at it beautifully. And that's while driving 2 external displays. But with that said, I'm still very excited for Apple to unveil the rumored iMac Pro or whatever they're gonna call it. Because I will say the new 24-inch iMacs, yeah, they're great, but they don't exactly appeal to me. I mean, for obvious reasons, because I consider myself a prosumer. I mean, I need more than the average consumer does. Oh, and by the way, the right monitor is typically used to track stocks and especially manage my email. I am a huge email guy. Email quite literally runs my life. I just hate talking on the phone. I do. I mean, I very rarely talk to clients or anything like that on the phone. I mean, if you want to get in touch with me, either text me or email me. Who's with me? Let me know in the comments. I just love email. It's never, ever going to die in my eyes. All right, so getting up close and personal, I don't know the exact models of these desk mats, but you guys gotta check them out. They're not the best, I mean, in my opinion. They slide a little too easily, but they're definitely a nice way to protect your desk, you know, from spills and scratches and all that stuff. And especially this one. I mean, look, this one is noticeably dirtier than that one because again, this is kind of like my lunch corner. But man, I do not regret these one bit. Eventually I will buy some nicer, more premium ones when I can actually justify the price. But considering I paid maybe $15 or $20 for each one, I gotta say, they are worth it. I will find the exact model and I'll link right below. Oh, and speaking of that, I'm going to link below anything that I think is worth linking right below, from the desk mats to my monitors and of course the GoSund bedside smart lamp. This is the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse, great mouse, but ironically I just started using it again yesterday because I prefer this. The Magic Trackpad is so nice because obviously it just integrates beautifully with macOS and it's really nice for video editing and swiping between my spaces. Look at that, it's just so convenient. I love this thing. But even with that said, I'm trying to get back into using a regular mouse, but for video editing, in my opinion, the Magic Trackpad, you just can't beat it. It's absolutely incredible. Oh, and by the way, a little bonus, with this riser, you have plenty of space to store things under there, such as a magic trackpad, notes, and anything else small. And speaking of small, that's a nice segue. This is my GoPro Hero 9. I can't say this camera is amazing, but it definitely gets the job done because for some reason, the audio will pop in the beginning of clips randomly. I mean, it's not always a thing, you know, so it's not a huge issue. And sometimes it freezes, which is more rare than the audio popping issue. But still, it's just kind of weird. I mean, you'd think since this is the 9th major GoPro, you know, in theory, the 9th major GoPro, that it would be perfect, but it's not. Anyway, it is definitely one of the best action cameras I've used. So, I mean, it's worth the price, but if you buy it, just don't expect a perfect experience. And over there under my monitor is my credit card that I use for drop shipping purposes. And what else do you guys want to hear about? Oh, over there is a little plant, just to add some color into my setup. I don't know if it's staying here, but I got this at Target, and I don't regret my purchase one bit. I just think it looks great. And no, I'm not a fan of real plants, because I know they'll die on me. Oh, and down there, come on, David. This is like a favorite accessory of mine. This is the Google Nest Hub. Love this thing. Okay, so honestly, I much prefer my larger Nest Hub Max over there in the kitchen, but considering this is in my office and I have a Nest Hello doorbell right outside my house over here, it's nice to see when someone's at my door or I get alerts for weather and stuff like that. David, do you prefer the Echo devices or Google's Nest Hub devices? Sorry guys, as much as I love Alexa, I prefer my Nest Hub devices. I just think Google is smarter for obvious reasons, because search engine, they have a ton of data, a ton of data in their servers. And I just think it's more convenient with my house. For instance, I have Nest Cams. I have a Nest Cam right over there. I got my Nest Hello doorbell. So this is, in a way, a Nest-powered house from a smart home perspective. Oh, and this, for some reason, I often forget to mention my chair. I forget the model number. I think it's from staples.com. So if I find the model number, you can check it out right below. Treat yourself. And way down here, I never really talk about this because I keep forgetting I have it, which is kind of a good thing as it kind of works in the background. This is a CyberPower 850 VA power supply, just a backup battery, just in case I ever do lose power. But I gotta say, I very rarely have power issues in this house. And I'm thankful for that. You'd think with the crazy storms we get here in Pennsylvania that my power would go out now and then, but honestly, it just never really seems to happen. Oh, and of course, I had to mention my keyboard. This is just a typical Apple wireless keyboard with numeric keypad. I love this numeric keypad. It just makes my life so much easier because I'm often typing in my zip code because I'm always just, you know, filling out forms. And I still have this on the side, guys. I still have this from Christmas time. I have not opened it yet. Maybe I'll open this today in the vlog. I don't know. But it's gonna happen eventually, I promise. I'm just in no rush, you know, because it's quite literally the same keyboard as that, just space gray. And I think that might be it. As you can probably see, I mean, I don't have a ton of things going on, you know, on my desk in general. I mean, over here, I kind of have, you know, quote unquote, a lot going on in terms of my work, but I don't like clutter. And guys, I gotta say, that is one of the many reasons why I love my L-shaped smart desk so much, because it gives me so much room to work with and so much room to not use at the same time, if that makes sense. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, huge shout out to GoSund for sponsoring today's video. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And of course, if you guys want to buy anything featured in today's video, I believe I have most of this featured on my kit. My kit is always right below, guys. Check it out. That's a great way to buy the same things that I buy or use all the time, from monitors to maybe even my chair that might be on there, to my mouse, my keyboard, and even my iMac. Yes, my iMac is on there. So I believe it's not the exact configuration that I got from Apple, but it's pretty close. Anyway guys, thank you so much. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know right below. I'll do my best to help. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you later. Peace.